Welcome back, everyone. I've had ideas for this video swirling around in my head for a while now, so let's plunge right into it. If you, like me, have flushed too much of your life down the drain by reading hadith collections, then you also know that Muhammad was very concerned about what happens or could happen whilst one is in the bathroom. Almost everything that can happen in the bathroom is stipulated in detail by the Muhammad of the Hadith. You'll be relieved to know that we're not going to take the time to read a bunch of that stuff. Just go to sunnah.com and search any number of bathroom related words to find hundreds of examples of what I'm talking about. While these hadith are humorous for many of us, the issues were very serious for Muhammad, who toiled over the toilet tirelessly to pass on all of these traditions. The issues were so serious that we find him talking about people being tortured in the grave for improper urine sanitation. In fact, in spite of all of the evil in the world, from pedophilia to wife beating to violent subjugation of people who don't believe what you want them to, most of the torment in the grave is because of urine. Brief side note for those wondering, Muhammad's placing of a date palm branch on the graves of those being tortured could reflect an ancient belief seen here in the Talmud that some plants have a purgative and healing effect. Now, for Muslims, most of this is given a religious basis. For example, someone soiled with urine didn't purify himself properly and risks rejection of his prayers. But overall, against those who try to justify Muhammad's obsessive concerns for the bathroom, the copious amounts of related hadith always seem to drive us to the level of absurdity. For example, in addition to dogs, donkeys, and of course women, the mere urge to urinate or defecate is added to the long list of that which precludes prayer. And who cares if one uses an odd number of stones whilst wiping the buttocks, or stands or sits while urinating? Clearly, these hadith and many more resist rational explanation. Additionally, they aren't even internally coherent. Narrated Hudayfa, I saw Muhammad urinating while standing. Aisha said, if anyone tells you that the Messenger of Allah urinated while standing, do not believe him. Resolving this contradiction is easy. I'm obviously not trusting Aisha, since women are of such questionable character that they can block a prayer like a dog or a donkey. Hudayfa is clearly a more trustworthy narrator. Keep that in mind for later. Therefore, we clearly conclude that Muhammad urinated while standing up. If that isn't the least useful thing you've heard all day, then I seriously question how you're spending your time. Let's sum up Muhammad's concern about the bathroom with just one word: obsessive. While this obsession is, as we've seen, often wrapped, like toilet paper, in religious garb, one wonders if there was another reason for Muhammad's grave concern about urine. In this video, I'm not concerned with the historicity or reliability of these hadith. The point is, they were written down. The question is, in what milieu? In other words, what kind of environment would produce such an obsession with the bathroom? This may sound absurd, but if you've made it this far in the video, you have a high tolerance for absurdity. So here's a possible explanation. Toilet demons. Yep, toilet demons, those ancient policemen of the bathroom. Belief in toilet demons is old and widespread. Various cultures over time have believed in them and come up with different things you should do and should not do to avoid getting violated when you're in the most vulnerable of positions. We see toilet demons, for example, in ancient Babylonian texts. Squatting in the dark in a Near Eastern lavatory is seldom a pleasant experience, even for those who are not in fear of a lion demon springing out of the depths of a filthy pit to bite their bare behind and take their life. The diagnostic texts hold that this unsavory character could attack the human body by striking it, but could also enter and possess its victim. Presumably, it did this by taking advantage of people at their most vulnerable, while squatting to defecate, shall we say, with an open passage for rear entry. This is a frightening thing indeed, so frightening that these beliefs persisted through the years, and much later in Jewish texts, we find incantations that rabbis had devised to ward off this scary toilet troll, which was often portrayed as part lion. from the Talmud. For a toilet demon say, on the head of a lion and on the nose of a lioness, we found the demon Bar Sharik Panda, or just Panda for short. With a bed of leeks I threw him down, and with the jawbone of an ass I hit him. If the Muhammad of the Hadith believed in something similar, it may account for his obsession with the lavatory. Indeed, people who believed in the toilet demon came up with procedures for avoiding contact with the demon by relieving oneself in particular ways. Urinating while standing, for example, could minimize the time spent in more vulnerable positions. However, it would be nice if the Hadith gave us something more directly related to all this, other than simply Muhammad's all-encompassing obsession with the toilet. Oh hey, look what I found. In two different Hadith collections, we find a clear connection between Muhammad's obsessiveness, going to the bathroom, and the demonic. It's Abu Huraira again, who does not block prayers, unlike a dog, donkey, or woman, so we know that he's reliable. Muhammad repeats his bizarre command to wipe oneself with an odd number of smooth stones, and clarifies that if anyone goes to relieve himself, he should conceal himself, and if all he can do is to collect a heap of sand, he should sit with his back to it, for the devil makes sport with the posteriors of the children of Adam. These hadith provide an important piece of the puzzle, giving us a more comprehensive understanding of the cognitive environment that produced them. Note the common features, the same context, and even the same narrator, Abu Huraira. The belief in ancient toilet demons is reflected both explicitly in the hadith, where the panda will play with your backside, and implicitly in Muhammad's obsession about everything bathroom-related. Good bathroom behavior, they say, can keep the toilet demons away. Like so many hadith, these prior beliefs are given a religious spin, Islam style, and a said by Muhammad stamp of approval, making them prescriptive for the Muslim community. But should we dismiss Muhammad's toilet tenets so quickly as recycled, Islamicized legends? We can't be too safe, not when our behinds are on the line. I strongly recommend following all of Muhammad's restroom requirements that way. The next time you find yourself in the bathroom in a vulnerable position, perhaps you'll stay safe from the panda. Finally, there are many Muslims embarrassed by these and many other hadith. My advice to you, embrace these sources. Don't deny them. Read them and learn them well. Yes, they're embarrassing now, but when you leave Islam, the hadith will be a never-ending source of entertainment. And upon closer inspection, they yield important information about what men produce them, where, and why. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.